Hello everyone. I'd like to talk a little bit about lists, or in our case, an array list. By the way, the operative word in array list is list. It's not an array. And today after this, I'd like you to be able to explain a list and conceptually how it works and how you manipulate it. And once you can understand that conceptually, a lot of those methods that are listed in the Blackboard lesson become a lot easier to understand. The book won't cover lists or array lists for another couple of chapters, but we'll want them for the project, so we need to introduce them early. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about array, and we compared it to this pill bottle. I can't grow this pill bottle. I can't shrink this pill bottle. Once it's made, it's made. I can use the elements in this pill bottle completely independently. I can use this one with no regard to the others. And we said that for this pill bottle to be homogeneous, each box could only contain one pill, and all those pills would have to be the same type. An array can be an array of primitive type like int, or it can be an array of objects like string or cookie. An array list is not fixed size like the array. A list is a flexible data store, and in fact a list can be empty. One of the methods on a list is empty. It returns true if there's nothing in the list, and it returns false if there is something in the list. So I'm going to put something in my array list here. This is a white spool of thread, and we see it falls to the bottom. An array list has to always start filling up from position 0, at least initially. We'll talk a little more about that in a second. If there's anything in a list, there's going to be something at position 0. And it has to have its positions filled contiguously from there. A list has a size method, similar to how string has a length method, and an array has a length variable. In list is called size. And so this list would have size 2, Java being a 0 origin language, position 0, and position 1 for something of size 2. So the elements in a list are numbered from 0 to size minus 1. Similar things happen with string and array. Now, what I can't do with an array list or a list is have a gap. I can't put anything at position 4 in this list because that would leave position 3 empty, and I can't have that. They have to be filled contiguously. So if I want a list of size 3, I have to have something in position 0, 1, and 2. For a list, I can reach in and add something at a particular position. So I could reach in and add something in position 1. The old position 1 would get shoved up to position 2, and the old position 2 would get shoved up to position 3, and so forth. I could delete something from a position. I could say delete this. This was actually a sort of a beige thread. I could say delete the thing at position 1, in which case everything that had been above it would fall down, and the thing at position 2 would now be at position 1. I could say remove the beige spool of thread, and it would come out, and the things above it would again fall down. So if I want to iterate over a list, I can iterate from 0 to size minus 1, or I can use the enhanced for loop that we talked about for an array. And I think that's about it for an array for a list. The big deal about a list is they are flexible. And so we'll get into the programming of them very, very shortly. Talk to you later.